Inns and taverns are places of legend in fantasy settings and have been used so much that they have stopped being special. They've become cliches, haven't they? One of my personal favorite fantasy series also takes its beginning in a tavern, and that is the Dragonlance Chronicles. We've seen the same ideas and the same concepts over and over and over again, so breathing new life into these classic pillars is needed. Let's not let the mundane become the standard in your fantasy setting. Next time characters step into a tavern, let's make it surprising. Let's get into it. Hi guys, my name is Jesper and welcome to the Fane of Fantasy. This channel is all about giving you inspiration to master your craft and create fantasy that will truly immerse your audience. Let's begin by exploring 8 different ways to make use of a tavern, and then after that we will dive into how to design an interesting one. So number one, a place to meet. So when it comes to having a place to meet, there is nothing better than a tavern. There is food, there's drink, and often this is a place where organizations in your setting would like to meet up. So these can be just groups of farmers, or it could be a guild who make their appearance and can let the characters know of what is happening in the area. Number 2, it's a place to eat. So, well, taverns food is legendary. It could either be the most impressive meal you've ever seen, or a place where they don't even wash the dirt off their plates. So your city should really have its own eating customs, such as popular foods, standard eating times, and expected portion sizes. So be sure to make your eating establishment reflecting your culture. This is excellent. It is an excellent way to show off your setting. Number 3, a place of employment. So it's often a place where a character will get their mission. It's where deals are struck and heroes begin their journey. Number 4 is a place for news. So whether the news comes from a town crier who stops by once a day, a community bulletin board on the wall, or regulars who come in to gossip, a tavern is always a great place to plant rumors. Town guards will also hang out with fellow guards, and mages will sip of drinks, and sailors fill their stomachs. All can be used as the vehicles to deliver a plot hook. And remember, not all they hear might be true. Number 5, a place to entertain. The tavern is also a fantastic place to incorporate your setting with some live entertainment. It could be comedy, plays, acrobat, jugglers, weapon experts, songs and dances, whichever you use. It should speak again to the culture of your country or the specific setting we are visiting. Also, in a high fantasy world, you could also have magic illusions or trained monsters and so forth. This also gives you a great plot opportunity, such as putting a spy in the middle of the tavern disguised as the juggler. Number 6, a place to show off. So if important people patronize an establishment, then you will draw a crowd of also important people like servants and guards. And this also means that this person will start to influence who comes in and who goes out of the tavern. So this is a nice plot point too, and it gives you some possibilities for great character conflicts between the character and the VIP in question. Number 7, a place to stay. So most taverns are concerned with offering shelter for coin. If you make sleeping quarters small and cramped, where the characters have to share with someone else, it also gives you an excuse to plant a story thread there. So perhaps this takes this informs the next action that the character will take. Number 8, a place to gamble. So most taverns form natural places to game and gamble, and there is access to alcohol, which only helps to facilitate. I don't have to say how this can be used to generate conflict, do I? You should use what we just covered as inspiration for plot points and story threads. But this was all about the action parts, or in other words, what happens. So let's now look at how you can make the establishment itself interesting. First of all, every place needs a name, and if you're clever about it, it could be used to say something about the place. So for example, in my Keystone Bone trilogy, I have a tavern called The Shade, because it's located next to the Bronze Tower, which is a tower full of magic users. I placed a link here on the screen somewhere to another video where I explain all about the magic order. But living here obviously feels safe to the people, so they see it as their shade. Does that make sense? The building itself also offers a first impression about the mood and the atmosphere of the place. So there are a number of things to consider. The first is the age. How old is the building? What kind of smells, sounds, and furnishing style would the characters see here? Smell is a strong sense that's linked to memory, and you can use it as a device to trigger past experiences. When it comes to sounds, those are great tension builders, especially if the character just woke up from a creaking floorboard just outside their door. With regards to the furniture style, that can be used to make the tavern distinct and set it apart from other buildings. Not to mention that all buildings will have maintenance issues and gaps in the floorboards, which might allow spying, and an obsolete pipe heating system might permit unintentional eavesdropping. I also think that it's a good idea to have an overall impression of the building's size. You could go fantastic here, of course. If the structure was created by the use of magic, it could stretch unnaturally high. I guess what I'm trying to say is just that if you treat the building's appearance as you would a well-crafted character, give it a particular style, a particular look and impression, then you will make the tavern much more memorable. Appearance is one of the easiest parts to manipulate, and yet it's often overlooked. Also remember that there are two appearances to play with here, so the exterior and the interior. And the contrast between the two can be used for effects such as to shock, delight, or simply amaze your audience by delivering something they didn't expect. I hope that I've given you something to think about here, at least that was the intention. If it was helpful, please like the video and also share it with a friend. I would also like to hear your thoughts about taverns. Are they a good or a bad trope in fantasy? How can one make the most use of it? Just let me know in the comment section below. If this is your first time here, make sure to subscribe, and there is new videos every single week. And please check out the rewards on Patreon as well. Supporting the channel means that it means a great deal to improve the quality of these videos. So all there's left to say is stay safe out there, and see you next Monday.